bless everybody. It's Uncle Shao here, bringing you my first ever Kingdom Hearts trailer analysis. I'm doing the Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue trailer that was released during Tokyo Game Show. So yeah, but first I want to address something brought up by another YouTuber. The YouTuber is Neo Games Heart, as you see here in the video. As you have heard about, he brought up the point that he doesn't see why Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is priced at $60.
This shit ain't worth $60, guys. Like, let's be real. Compared to the last collections you got, no, it is not. You're not paying for no Kingdom Hearts 3 engine. Motherfucker, this is the Unreal Engine 4, so get that shit out of here.
I'm about to go in and discuss why I see it being priced at $60. The first thing I want to bring up is that they have to really rework all these games, and two of them are brand new games in order to make them for the PS4. And when you're doing that, it costs a lot more money to make games than it does just to up a game's resolution and stuff like that, and rework the controls. So with Kingdom Hearts 2.8, they have two new games that are built from the ground up. That takes a lot more time and money. And then they also have Kingdom Hearts. They also have to remake pretty much Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance from a gameplay perspective in order to work on the PS4. So once again, there's a lot more money going into this game than the previous two HD collections. And if they were to just release 2.0.2 and back cover together by themselves, then it would seriously cost around $30 to $40 just for those two games alone, because there's a lot more time and money went into them. In order for them to make a profit, they would need to price it at that. That's the reason I have no problem with it being priced at $60. So yeah, that's the reason why I think Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is okay with being priced at $60, because they kind of have to make a profit, and I see it from a developer's perspective that they're putting a lot more time and money into it than the previous two. Now that I got that out of the way, let's get into the trailer analysis. The trailer opens up with beautiful graphics. I mean, this is the Unreal Engine 4, and the Kingdom shader can do what the Kingdom shader can do. Dang, that's awesome. I mean, just look at the realism. It looks better than it did at E3. I mean, it really does. I kid. I know I know this isn't the Kingdom shader, and that it's just the CG scenes in the opening. For the opening of Kingdom Hearts 0.2, which I'm glad they're still using the CG scenes from previous Kingdom Hearts games, and all that. Also, I want to point out that the music is freaking awesome. I'm glad they got Yutari Karu back for the Kingdom Hearts series. I mean, it's not a completely new song, but it's pretty damn good remix. Easily one of my favorite Yutari Karu songs. I listen to a lot of her regular music, and I actually bought her last English CD that came out in America before she went on hiatus in 2010, 2011. And I loved it, but this is easily one of her best works, and so as a true fan of hers, I say I love the Ray of Hope remix for Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage. It just sounds amazing. Just listen to it as I have it playing in the background. It just sounds so amazing that you pretty much have to try to dance to this. Now on to the first scene of the trailer. It opens with Sora, Riku, and Kairi playing on the beach of Destiny Islands. And I want to point out that at this point in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, we only see Sora and Riku on the island because that's their home. So this means in order for Kairi to have gotten on the island, she would have had to been brought there a little bit right after Birth by Sleep and right after Aqua went into the realm of darkness and everything happened to Aqua, Terra, and Vin. So that means a little bit of time would have to pass between this game, between 0.2 and regular Birth by Sleep. So that's my thoughts. Give me your guys' thought in the comment section. Alright, after this scene, we see Sora put his hand down towards the water. When he put his hand down toward the water, it transitions into Aqua holding a Wayfinder alone. I want to point out that in this scene, it most likely represents Aqua being in the realm of darkness all by herself and her constantly always thinking about her friends. Hence why in this trailer, in the previous trailer at E3, we see Aqua see a vision of Terra, and in this trailer we see a vision of Ventus, meaning the realm of darkness is playing tricks on her because she's always thinking about her friends. So yeah. Then the next scene, we see Aqua fall down into a dive to the heart, and in that dive to the heart, we see something that looks like Sora's dive to the heart. And something I want to point out that another YouTuber brought up, which is HMK. He brought up how this dive to the heart could be Roxas's dive to the heart. I mean, I think it's more Sora's dive to the heart than Roxas's, because Aqua having a connection to Sora, but I could also see it being Roxas's dive to the heart, just because Roxas has a connection. Roxas probably has a connection to Ventus, one of Aqua's friends. Where Roxas has a connection to Ventus, this could be a little bit showing that connection that maybe Ventus and Roxas might have a connection through Aqua and Sora. So yeah, that's just my thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Now in the next scene, we see it transition to a title with all the games at their perspective point. I'm not going to go through any of the Dream Drop Distance stuff in this trailer analysis, seeing as that game's really been out already and there's really nothing new to analyze there because they didn't add anything new to it besides it running at 60 frames per second and them tweaking the gameplay. But other than that, there's nothing new, so I'm not going to analyze any of the Dream Drop Distance stuff. But then it goes to Birth by Sleep, 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage, which I'll go over that stuff later on in the trailer analysis. But then it transitions to Kingdom Hearts Key back cover. Now, first thing I want to go over in this, when it transitions to Key back cover, is the first thing that I want to discuss is the scene with the Cherokee. Now, we know that Cherokee in Kingdom Hearts Key and Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key is created for the player to look over the player by the Master of Masters. So most likely, this scene probably takes place at the beginning of the Key back cover story, and also I want to point out that it could represent that the player might have a little bit of a role in the story. Role in the story, not as much as with the games, but a little bit, because the Cherokee is mostly made for the player. So yeah, from the Master of Masters. So yeah, I might see some perspective from the player's aspect and not just the foretellers. So I just want to point that out, and that's what I thought there. So leave a comment in the comment section what you guys think of all that. Now in the next scene, we go to see the Wayfinder flying down to Aqua, Terra, and Ventus's hands, and I believe this scene right here where the Wayfinder flies on their hand takes place in the Land of Departure. The reason I think it takes place in the Land of Departure, because if you look, and I'll have a picture in the video, if you look at the picture from when the entrance, the tutorial area from Birth by Sleep and this area, they kind of look similar. I mean, you really only see grass, but I'm going off the grassy area and all that. it looks a lot like the Land of Departure. So I really think this scene right here is them in the Land of Departure when Aqua first meets them. Then in the next scene, Aqua drops her Wayfinder, and the other two Wayfinders fall down to the ground, and then Aqua puts her hand down towards the ground, and we see then the two Wayfinders from Terra and Vin fly through the meeting room for the Organization 13 and the meeting room for the 13 Secrets of Darkness. And then we see a transition to Ventus being Vanitas Vin, and then we also see Terra being Terra Xehanort. I believe this represents them two, most likely, or a part of them two, most likely being part of the 13 Secrets of Darkness. Most likely with Vin having Vanitas being part of the 13 Secrets of Darkness, and Terra having his body known as Terra Xehanort being part of the 13 Secrets of Darkness. So most likely that's what this scene represents, is the future for the two future 13 Secrets of Darkness for the Kingdom Hearts series. But that's just my thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and yeah. Also, I want to point out that at that part where Terranort and Vanitas attack Aqua, that it sounds like at that part in the trailer that the beat sounds like it's saying Vin. I mean, it could just be me, but I'll let you guys hear it and give me your guys' thoughts. Now on to our next scene, and in our next scene we see it open up with some stuff from Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, which I'm not going to analyze, because I said that in my previous statement. So yeah, I'm just going to skip over that. But in the first 0.2 scene, we see Aqua walk up to a casket that has Ventus in it. And once again, I believe this shows her connection not only to that world that she's in, but also her connection to her friends. Also, in the previous trailer at E3, we see her in the Castle of Dreams, and she sees Terra, which once again was an illusion of the Realm of Darkness. Now, when she sees those two, she sees those two at places in those worlds that she's been before, such as the Steps. She was there and she saw Cinderella there in regular Birth by Sleep. And then at that part she sees Terra. Well, when she walks to the casket, instead of seeing Snow White in the casket in the Dwarf Woodlands, she sees Ventus in the casket, which once again shows her connection to her friends, her connection to that world, and her connection to losing her friends. So yeah, this is just more of the Realm of Darkness trying to play tricks on her. Then in the next scene, we see her go up to the mirror in the Dwarf Woodlands, and then when she goes up to the mirror tells her, "Your heart is as empty and dark shallow." And Aqua responds by saying, "No, it's not. I'll prove it." I believe this shows that Aqua is going through inner turmoil in the Realm of Darkness, and that the Realm of Darkness is trying to get her to succumb to the darkness and become, I guess, a heartless or even a resident of the Realm of Darkness. So yeah, I think that's what I think. Also, now at this point, I'm going to point out something that I think is interesting, is the graphics actually in this trailer and between the E3 trailer and between the Jump Festa trailer released last year and the Tokyo Game trailer released last year looks a lot better. It looks like the character models are coming around a lot more smoothly, and a lot of the lighting is looking a lot better. Now, I know they came out and said that at TGS they had the same build as they had the E3 event, but from what I've seen of screenshots, it actually looks a lot better during the TGS build than the E3 build. So it's already coming along really well, coming around looking like a really beautiful, more beautiful game, and it's just that Kingdom shader is looking amazing. It's making this game look amazing. And on top of that, and on top of that, the characters are starting to now look like a lot of the CG scenes from the previous Kingdom Hearts games, such as Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 1, and Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Is really starting to look really good in that Kingdom shader and on next generation hardware. So that's something I want to point out, and good on you, Osaka team. Now on to the next scene. We see the Master of Masters talking to Ira, and he mentions, do you really think the world can be saved by 7 people? And now, what 7 people he's referring to, we don't know. I've seen multiple theories saying he's referring to the future past the Keyblade War with the 7 Guardians of Light, and that some are saying he's referring to the first Keyblade War with him, Luxu, and the other foretellers. We really don't know what 7 people he's mentioning, but I want to lean more towards he's mentioning the first Keyblade War with him and the other foretellers and Luxu trying to fight off the Keyblade War. But we don't really know. All we know is that he mentions 7. Do you really think the world can be saved by 7 people? Most likely because the Master of Masters is the person that wrote the Book of Prophecy. He could be referring to the 7 Guardians of Light, which exists in the future to fight off the future Keyblade War. So we don't really know, and yeah. And then in the next scene after that, we go to a Sed telling Ava that he thinks they should create an alliance, and Ava says alliances are forbidden, and then which is the Galah saying trust no one but yourself. Now, what 3 people he is referring to what 3 people is the Sed referring to that he should create an alliance with? I think it's most likely him, Ava, and Ivy, most likely to create an alliance, because most likely Sed and Galah don't get along. They really don't get along from what I've seen of the previous 2 trailers, and in a way they just act towards each other. They don't really like each other, so I don't see them 2 forming an alliance. I more see it being them 3 than anything else. Also, in the next scene after that, it goes to Ivy saying this will lead to the Keyblade War. Now, I really think Ivy is up to something. The way she said that this will lead to the Keyblade War makes me think that she has ulterior motives and that she has plans to go against the other foretellers. So yeah. Also, I'll bring that back up later on in the analysis that she really does have ulterior motives by something Ava says to her later on in the trailer analysis. But yeah, as for right now, I really do think she has her own plans against the other foretellers, and that she could most likely be the traitor. Now, in the next scene, we see our first instance of gameplay from 0.2 Birth by Sleep in this trailer, and let me tell you, it's looking really, really good. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Osaka team. I mean, it's starting to look like it's going to play a lot like Kingdom Hearts 2 more than Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I mean, it's still going to have Aqua's like finisher commands from Birth by Sleep and her shot locks, but as far as everything else, it's all gonna play like Kingdom Hearts 2, but more towards Kingdom Hearts 3. But it looks like it's not nearly as floaty as it was in Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. It doesn't look as floaty as it was in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Also, I want to point out that Aqua uses two magic commands. One of them is Faraga towards the Heartless in the Dwarf Woodlands, and the other one is Blizzaga towards the Heartless in the Dwarf Woodlands. And then towards when she runs out of MP, another command comes up for her to use Blizzagun. We don't know what that command is, how it works. We don't know if it's a shot lock or if it's a finisher command. I want to lean more towards it being a finisher command because she just got through using it after she used magic. But it could also be a new shot lock. So yeah, we don't know what Blizzagun is, but I just want to point out that she does have a new magic spell in this, known as Blizzagun. Also, I want to point out that you can level up in this current build you're showing off. Because in the corner, you see Aqua gain EXP from the enemies she defeated, and it shows how much EXP to the next level. So that's pretty cool that you'll be able to level up in this game. Also, another thing I want to point out is that the Heartless she is fighting look a lot like the Heartless from the Kingdom Hearts trailers from the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers from last year, specifically the E3 2015 trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3. It looks a lot like those Heartless, and I don't know if they are. They could be It could be Dark Ball Heartless, but we don't know. So yeah, but I just want to point out that it looks like the Heartless from Kingdom Hearts 3. Now in the next scene, after the first scene of gameplay from 0.2 Birth by Sleep, we see another instance of gameplay, but this time her fighting against her doppelganger from the Magic Mirror. And I also want to point out that in this first scene of her fighting her doppelganger, it shows her use her Reflect spell from Birth by Sleep, which is really cool that that's still in the game, because that was a really good high-end technique you could use in the game for like speed running and stuff like that. So it's good to see that's back in the game as well. And then in the next scene, we see her attack the doppelganger, which is really cool that the way she attacked the doppelganger is with a combo that is more representative, like I said before, of Kingdom Hearts 2 more than Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I mean, it doesn't nearly look as floaty as her combos from Birth by Sleep. It looks really fluid, looks like it moves together really nice and really well, and that combo system just looks really great. And that makes me excited for what we will see from Kingdom Hearts 3 and possibly December. Then in the next scene after that, we transition to what I believe to be the Enchanted Dominion. The reason I believe this is Enchanted Dominion is that these pillars are very representative of the room that she was in the Enchanted Dominion from Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, when she was trying to escape Maleficent's castle. And when she was trying to escape Maleficent's castle, the pillars looked a lot like from that room and stuff like that. So yeah, I really do think this is most likely the Enchanted Dominion. So then we see her attack one of the pillars, and as she attacks one of the pillars, the room flips upside down, and then she goes to go past treasure chest. Now one of the things I want to point out about this scene is the treasure chest. The way you open the treasure chest is a triangle prompt pops up, and that's how you open up the chest. I really like that they're going back to the triangle prompt to open up chests in this game, because one thing I hated in the original Birth by Sleep is that it wasn't triangle, even in the HD collection, to open up chests. It was circle. So whenever I would press triangle, I would end up using one of my command deck moves instead of how it was in Kingdom Hearts 2, how it was in the first HD collection with Kingdom Hearts 1, So yeah, that really threw me off. With it being with it most likely being circle. I was like, come on. And every other Kingdom Hearts game besides this one, it's all been triangle. So it's good to see them going back to the triangle prompt to open up treasure chests, because that was just one of my pet peeves in the original Birth by Sleep. So good on you, Osaka team. Alright, in the next scene, we see a Sid yanking up a Galah, and he says, "We don't even know who the traitor is yet." Which I think that scene is just so funny. I'll let it play.
We don't even know who the traitor is yet! We don't even know who the traitor is yet!
Didn't you think?
I mean, it sounds very funny this way he says, "We don't even know who the traitor is yet." But I also want to point out that these two need to take a chill pill, especially Assad. This dude is, I can understand why certain people don't like him. He's literally a pissed off motherfucker. He's like, "I don't like you, I don't like you, I'm in last, you motherfucker, I hate all you motherfuckers." It's like, damn, take a chill pill. Take a chill pill. This guy really needs to relax. So yeah. Yeah, in that scene we see Sid yank up Galah for who knows what reason, but yeah. So then the next scene we see Ava talking to Iveen, and when she's talking to Iveen, she says, "Don't you think for a second your actions will have dire consequences?" Once again, pointing out, this is why I think Iveen could be the traitor, or at least have ulterior motives, because Ava comes up to her and says, "Don't you think for a second your consequences, your actions could have dire consequences?" Showing that she has some ulterior motives. She has some actions that can be questionable. So yeah, she is up to something. I mean, Iveen is really up to something. So whatever it is, we don't know, but she's up to something, and Ava is obviously trying to stop her. So yeah. In the next scene, we see the Master of Masters talking with Luxu, which is our first scene of seeing them there together, which really establishes now that there are two people in black coats. Because I believe during E3, I remember watching and hearing that Tatsuya Nomura said during E3 that the person in the black coat was in fact the Master of Masters. But then shortly right after that, when regular Key got towards the end of its story, we saw another man in a black coat, and that other man in the black coat was known as Luxu. So a lot of people were getting confused, like, it's Master or Master. Luxu is, or there two people in black coats, or there's just one person that adds two different names and stuff like that. We finally get confirmation in this trailer that there are in fact two people in black coats, which are the Master of Master and Luxu. So yeah. And also in this scene, the Master of Masters tells Luxu, "Well, I guess you better get started then. Well, from here on out, I guess you're gonna have to go on alone." And then we see him close the Book of Prophecies. After that, Luxu says, "Well, what about the others?" So this shows that Luxu has concern for the others, and that he really doesn't want to see the others get smoked in this Keyblade War. He really cares about them and stuff like that. But also he's tasked with the task from the Master of Masters to live out past the Keyblade War and to be an observer of the first Keyblade War. So what the Master of Masters' plans is for the future, we don't know. Could he be the one that actually got Master Xehanort to have this plan of having 13 Secrets of Darkness, and he's the reason why Master Xehanort has everybody in his organization wearing black coats or the Organization 13 wore black coats. We don't know. Also, I want to point out that on Luxu's coat, we actually see a symbol that looks a lot like, in the top zipper, that looks a lot like the Unverse symbol. So, yeah, could this be more of a connection between Luxu and Master Xehanort and him having a connection of why Vin got split into two parts and created Vanitas? Could he be the one that gave Master Xehanort the idea to create the Unversed by splitting up Vin into Vanitas? We really don't know. Also, we do know that Master Xehanort inherits Luxu's Keyblade, because Master Xehanort says that Keyblade is the oldest Keyblade in existence. So most likely there is a connection between Luxu and Master Xehanort, and he could possibly be the one that gave Master Xehanort the idea to create the Unverse through Ventus. And on the next scene, we see Aqua drifting to the darkness, and then she drops her Wayfinder. And then we see the King Mickey actually pick up her Wayfinder and give it to her and tell her, Aqua, don't give up. Don't give up. And then after that, we see it transition to a scene where she says, okay then, and then we see a bunch of dark sides pulling up their dark orbs towards the sky to make that really big dark orb, like they've done in previous Kingdom Hearts games when they're absorbing worlds. Now, something I want to point out in this scene is that when Mickey picks up her Wayfinder and gives it to Aqua, you actually see a little bit of Mickey's attire. It looks like Mickey's in his Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories attire, which most likely means this scene is most likely taking place during Chain of Memories, right before King Mickey meets Riku in Castle Oblivion, and right after Kingdom Hearts 1. Also, I want to point out that most likely this is how Mickey found the Kingdom Key D, because right here, so when Aqua told Mickey, look, you have to leave the Realm of Darkness, leave me here, take the Kingdom Key D, and seal the door to darkness. So most likely this is what happened, and this will probably show how Mickey, at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, got the Kingdom Key D and sealed the door to darkness that Sora had to seal at the end of that game. And most likely when he met Aqua and all that, and how and why she was stuck in the Realm of Darkness. Also another thing I want to point out, that a lot of people are saying these dark sides represent the 13 Secrets of Darkness. I can't really say they represent the 13 Secrets of Darkness. I can't really say they don't represent the 13 Secrets of Darkness, because we can't really tell how many are in this trailer. But I do want to say that they are trying to absorb something. I don't know what it is. They are trying to absorb something, or possibly bring in a new world to the Realm of Darkness. Because most likely, this, like I said, this is the same attack that they do in Kingdom Hearts 1 when they're absorbing worlds and all that to make them succumb to the darkness. So most likely these dark sides are probably getting ready to absorb another world or something like that. Also, I want to point out that in the background we can see Maleficent's castle and a bunch of thorns on the ground. This is most likely, once again, shows that Aqua is most likely in the Enchanted Dominion when this happens. So most likely, like I said in the previous scene, I think those pillars were the Enchanted Dominion, because we can see, obviously right here, she is in the Enchanted Dominion, at this part in the trailer. So yeah. I also want to point out that I guess this shows that you'll be able to travel through more than one world in Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep. Now, so far we've only seen 3 worlds that you'll be able to travel through. Is it only those 3 worlds? We don't know. But we do know Tetsuya Nomura said this game will be as big as one world in Kingdom Hearts 3. And trust me, if that's how one world is in Kingdom Hearts 3, where it's big enough to fit multiple worlds from previous Kingdom Hearts games into it, then that's freaking amazing in the amount and the scope of the game. So yeah, and then the trailer ends, and yeah, that was my trailer analysis. Okay, guys, that was my Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue TGS 2016 trailer analysis. So, guys, if you like this video, please help it get out there. This is probably my most worked on video on YouTube. And let me tell you, this video wouldn't exist without other YouTubers that made their analysis that inspired me to make mine, such as HMK, Dean, Sauron1, Cynical, The Gamer's Joint, and my boy, Limit Form 72. Without those guys, I wouldn't even have made the Kingdom Hearts trailer analysis, because I wouldn't even have thought, look, they're doing it, why don't I do it? And saw how much they put into it and all that. Well, no, a lot of stuff they may have brought up in their trailer analysis, but I thought I would give my thoughts and all that. So yeah, it would be greatly appreciated if you guys can help this video reach up to 500 views and 20 likes. That would be greatly appreciated, because I put a lot of time and work into this analysis. I put a lot of time and work into this analysis. I literally wrote out a 4 to 5 hour script, and I also did all the editing for it, and that took me a couple hours too. So guys, if you could really share this video and get it out there, that would be great. Also, if you could subscribe to my channel, that would help me out a bunch too, because yeah, I really make good videos and I want to continue to do this. And so please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, to get all up to date whenever I'm making videos, and turn on the notifications. It's the little bell item on the screen. Turn that on to know when I'm posting new videos. Also, if you haven't, follow me on Twitter. My Twitter will be in the description box. Follow me on Twitter to know when I'm streaming, what videos I'm working on and stuff like that. Also, you can follow me on my Facebook fan page. So I'll post a little bit more on there than I do on Twitter. And I'll post mostly all my new videos and when I'm going to certain events and stuff like that, just at different anime conventions and stuff, and certain different meetups and all that. So if you could just share my channel and follow me on Twitter and my Facebook fan page, and just help this video get out there. This is my most worked on video that I've done in all of YouTube, and I really love the Kingdom Hearts series, and if this video reaches over 500 views, that will inspire me to make future Kingdom Hearts analysis for future Kingdom Hearts trailers and future Kingdom Hearts videos. So guys, until the next time and until my next video, God bless, take care, and I will catch you guys later.